we're definitely horrified and disgusted by what is happening.
Horrified and disgusted, a strong reaction coming from tribal members nationwide and those who stand beside them when it comes to their legal rights.
The Native American Rights Fund is the oldest and largest nonprofit law firm dedicated to protecting the rights of tribal nations and individual Native people all across the country.
And lately, NARF has been busy speaking up and out about recent ICE interactions with tribal members.
We're seeing, of course, Native American citizens who are being unlawfully detained without probable cause and then being brutalized after the fact when they're being detained and then held for many hours.
And they aren't alone. Sioux tribal leaders sending a similar message to members and the masses, sharing, quote, "The Sault Ste. Marie tribe of Chippewa Indians strongly condemns recent immigration and customs enforcement activities that have created fear, confusion, and anxiety within Indigenous communities and among minority communities more broadly," end quote. And the Grand Traverse Band, in an advisory to its members, warning of, quote, "practices that have the consequence of including Native Americans," end quote.
Basically, what is happening is a form of racial profiling, and so people are getting detained for the way that they look.
And they argue that's something no U.S. citizen, tribal member or not, should have to face.
Native Americans are citizens of the United States, and so they shouldn't be unlawfully detained just because of the way they look.
With that in mind, NARF, the Sault Ste. Marie tribe of Chippewa Indians, the Grand Traverse Band of Ottawa and Chippewa Indians, and tribal communities across the country issuing advisories to members.
It's immensely important to, I think, know your rights and be able to stay calm if you are in a situation where you're being detained by ICE. So that you can let them know, of course, you are a U.S. citizen.
Simple instructions on what is and what isn't legal for an individual or an ICE agent to expect or demand during an interaction.
You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to be free from unlawful searches and seizures. All of these constitutional rights that have been guaranteed for all of United States citizens, Native people have those rights as well, and they should be aware of them in these interactions.
They claim it's not about unnecessarily resisting or making things difficult, but rather standing up for constitutional rights guaranteed to all Americans. Sioux Tribal Chairman Austin Lowe's explaining, quote, "We will continue to assert our inherent tribal sovereignty, protect our citizens, and speak out against actions that violate the human rights and dignity of Indigenous people and minorities who are unjustly targeted."